And we're live.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to this Myes webinar. Yes,
On this fine Monday morning.
on this fine and fabulous Monday morning. How lucky are we to be here today, to be alive today in this beautiful world, in this magical, wonderful place, right?
It's beautiful.
Hello. So tell us, who are you? How are you? What brought you here today? Jess, who are you? How are you? What brought you here today?
I am Jess, and I come from England, from London,
Lovely.
and I live in Bologna.
Very cool. I see it on your shirt. It indeed says Bologna.
Bologna.
It indeed says Bologna. It indeed
My
says.
very cool Bologna coordinate top.
That is really cool. And my shirt says My English School, but we have the same colors in our shirt.
Yeah, it's a great color.
French style, blue, red, and white.
Do you know, this is actually why I got this color, because I thought it reminded me of the Myes top, because it's like the same blue and the same red.
Yeah, if I could make it really, really tiny, it sort of could be the Myes shirt.
It could be.
From a distance. From a distance. So, and what brought you here today?
To teach a fine webinar to our lovely students and talk about the weather. And also because I'm British, British people are culturally obsessed about talking about the weather. So it's perfect.
It's perfect, yeah. And if you do this again, it's perfect because the rainbow is behind your head. Can you see that as well? The rainbow behind your head?
Yeah, the magical lamp.
And I can this way. I can send you good energies. I'm sending you energy, rainbow energies to Jess, yes. And rainbow energies to all of you. We hope you're happy this morning. And she has a tiara too. And I have this like purple schmata. Do you know the word schmata?
No.
It comes from Yiddish. It's slang, right? So slang. And it comes from Yiddish. Yiddish is a language spoken by Ashkenazi Jews, so spoken by Jews from Russia, the Ukraine, and it has become part of a common spoken language in the United States. So shmata is like an old, like something. This scarf is a shmata because I've had it for a very long time. You can see the color has faded. It's a shmata. Anyway,
I had no idea that language was used in America. Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, not commonly, but there's a lot of words that have come into the common spoken English in such as kvetch, which means to complain, or schmuck is someone who's unreliable. Hello, Stefania. Hello, nice to see you again. We are doing quite well, as you can see by the blue sky, the rainbows, right?
Yeah.
How are you doing? We also have questions to know and to ask, which is, are you cool? Well, we know for Stefania, she is very cool.
We know you're cool.
You are cool.
We know that.
Do you like music? And what is your favorite jazz album? For example, before we were speaking of this album, do you know this album? Kind of Blue by Miles Davis. Wow. It's an
amazing album.
Highly recommended. Hi, Alessandra. Very nice to see you. Hello, Roberto. Good morning. So let us know, are you cool? Do you like music? And what is your favorite jazz album? So Jess, are you cool?
Am I cool? I think
Stefania answered it. You are very
cool. Thank you. I think I'm pretty uncool, but
yeah, the opposite
maybe uncool is cool, you know? It's like the reverse thing. The more uncool you are.
Yeah, exactly. Are you cool or uncool or both? I think I'm both. It depends.
Yeah.
Depends what time of day. Alessandra says, at the moment, I'm not cool. Stay at home doesn't make me cool. But
yeah.
I don't know, Alessandra. I mean, sometimes it's cool to stay at home. Okay, yeah, it's cool when you can choose.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you have the freedom.
Yeah.
I also cool is like too relaxed for me, you know. It's like cool. I'm too hot for cool, you know.
Yes,
Like,
yes. I understand. And do you like music? Da, da, da.
I do like music. I do. I actually really need a speaker because my listening to music on my laptop just isn't the same.
I
So
know.
I get like
I got a 10 euro speaker, one of these little square things. It's literally like this small. And on a Saturday evening, I played a chess tournament. I love chess, I was telling you. And it was so cool because I listened to Prokofiev. Do you know Prokofiev, a Russian romantic composer who was
no.
also a chess player? And it was really inspiring. Anyways, also Rebel was an avid chess player. Let's see. Paula says, "Hi, I'm Paula from Como. Hello, welcome."
Hello,
What
welcome.
is Sole saying?
Welcome back. Hello. Am I cool?
Cool.
Rhetorical question. I like it. Am I cool? I don't think so. I don't listen. Remember, I don't listen to jazz music. But the last album I listened to was Lady Gaga. Ooh. Do you know what? I don't listen to much of Lady Gaga's music, but I really should. No.
Oh, that must be a song she did with Tony Bennett. Isn't she incredible? A pop star that does a jazz album with Tony Bennett. I think.
Yeah, she does.
What?
Yeah, she does. I have seen that. I've seen them do a live performance together on YouTube, actually.
Yeah, it's cool. I think the song is Heaven. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven when we're dancing cheek to cheek. Yeah, da 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 da. It's such a cute song too. Aren't the lyrics so cute? I'm in heaven when we're dancing cheek to cheek. So everyone, these are your cheeks. If you dance cheek to cheek with someone, then really close up. So sweet. I do this when something's really cute, like pinch your cheeks. So sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's such a thing, isn't it? It's cute, like you pinch their cheek. Like,
yeah, exactly. So cute. Roberto says, I am not cool in this moment. I am preparing lunch, Mom, while my wife is shopping. Roberto, I think that's cool. I mean, anyways, everyone has a different opinion about what is cool, right? I think lunch is amazing. Preparing lunch. He also said, I hear jazz music when I read to relax, or I listen to. So remember that listen to is active. Hear is passive. So I hear my neighbors making noise all day, but I do not listen to them. Whereas I listen to Miles Davis, right? So everyone careful on the difference there. So you like jazz, but you don't know any particular artist. Cool. What about Stefania?
I don't know. I like music, but I prefer rock music. Yes. About jazz, I remember if you don't know what it is, then it's jazz.
That's awesome. That is so good, Stefania. That is just wise. A wise quote by Stefania here. And Melissa says, hi, I'm Melissa from Milan. Now I'm not cool because I have just finished my philosophy homework. I like music, but not jazz music. Interesting. See, I think philosophy is really cool. I think that sounds amazing, Melissa. But yeah, we all have different opinions, right? And it's interesting that too. So, Alessandra.
I don't listen to good, correct. I don't listen to jazz music. Good. I know just very classic jazz songs.
For example? Yeah, I guess like Tony Bennett would be classic jazz songs. He does jazz classics or jazz theme songs. Yeah, so I don't listen to jazz music. Yes, well done. What about Paula?
I don't know if I'm cool. Cool means you are an interesting person. Ah, interesting. Like, you know the classic thing. Do I have my sunglasses? I do.
Nice.
You know, like I'm thinking of like the classic, like cool person.
Oh yes.
Thing. Maybe a cigarette, like chilling.
Yeah, it's a good question, Paula. Again, cool is really it can be different by who is using it and how they're using it, right? Like, I mean, you can generally, I think you're interesting when you're cool. I think generally, but they're not synonyms because an interesting person can be very uncool, right? Or a cool person, can a cool person not be interesting though? They're usually interesting.
I think they can be uninteresting, or like the stereotypical image of a cool person. They look cool, but they're not cool.
Yeah.
They're not
You could say maybe someone who is too cool can be maybe trendy, right?
yeah, trendy.
And then too cool is kind of like, yeah. Another thing I wanted to share with you all, which I think is really cute. I don't know if you say this in the UK, but in the US, sometimes we say
Too cool for school.
Too cool for school, right?
Yeah. I know that's an American thing. We do know it in the UK, but kind of as a joke.
It's a joke too in the US. I mean, yeah. Sole says, I love Betty Boop jazz music. How cool. That's awesome. And Roberto?
All cool this morning. Oh, yeah.
Love. That's right. We should moderate the enthusiasm. Roberto, my question to you is,
why?
We have rainbows and we're here. Aren't we fortunate and lucky to be here today all together, right? I mean, let's say we're very fortunate at this period in time, at this historic moment, to be able to be doing webinars together, right? Having lunch, things like this. But why don't we dive into our lovely focus of the day?
Hot and cold.
Yeah, hot and cold.
It's a song. It's a Katy Perry song. Because you're hot and you're cold. Yeah.
Let me look it up. Katy. Oh, a Katy Perry song.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard Katy Perry. Is it a good song?
I mean, it's just about being hot and cold.
Oh, that's great. So everyone, if you want to continue, new topic. If you want to continue thinking about hot and cold, then you can go listen to Katy Perry's Hot and Cold. I am joking without the C. I'm joking. Okay.
When we use hot and cold, so like if someone is hot, the situation is hot, it's good. They're being nice to you. But if someone is being cold to you, it means that they are maybe less interested. They're not being very nice. Or when you speak, they shut you down. They stop responding to you maybe. So this is the difference when we can say in the song, I think it's like because you're hot and then you're cold.
Interesting. Yeah.
So it's like someone who's being really nice and then not very nice. Really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can see in the comment, being cold is like being mean, being aloof.
Ooh, great word.
Vocab word. Aloof. Being distant. You're apathetic. You don't care. Maybe Jess says, oh, I have a headache. And I say, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Not nice, right?
I'd be like, oh, Monique's being a bit cold today.
Yeah, with something wrong, right?
So as you're going to find out in this webinar, we use a lot of weather talk to talk about our feelings, emotions, personality, and
yeah. So what's that?
This is a nice webinar.
It's nice. Yeah, it's nice. So our objectives are common weather expressions, weather terminology, and giving a weather forecast. Okay, so forecast is always about predicting the future, right? So lovely. Jess, can you read through these fine questions?
We have rain or shine. Number 1, what is your favorite type of weather? Why? Number 2, is weather a common topic of conversation in your country? Number 3, do you know any weather expressions? Are there any in your language?
And I'll accompany that with
that was beautiful, Monique.
Thank you. Roberto says, in this moment, we are all distant. Well, physically distant, right? I mean, we're in contact with Zoom, with Skype, but yeah, very true. And so, like, asking, are you a cold person? Jess, are you a cold person?
No, I'm not a cold person.
Nor am I. Yeah. Roberto says it's freezing cold. What? Today?
The weather's not great today, but it's not cold.
I mean, it's rainy, but it's not. I mean, maybe it's a little bit cold. It's colder than Los Angeles. It's always colder than Los Angeles in Bologna, but I wouldn't say it's freezing cold. But freezing is an expression like meaning it is very, very, very cold, like in your freezer, like Siberia, right?
Yeah.
Of course, physically. Yeah, good. So let us know, what is your favorite type of weather? Fabulous.
Me too. I agree.
Me too. I also agree. No question about it. Just saying. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. My favorite type of weather is springtime weather, just like the weather we're having. Well, not today, but in general, I love warm, cool weather. I do not like cold weather at all. Like cold weather and me, we are not friends.
No, me
we're 1,000 layers. What about Sole?
I like winter and the snow and the cloudy day. So Sole, you must be loving today. Today's very cloudy. Just because I hate the hot weather.
Interesting.
We're different.
I know, we're very different. Yeah, I like the hot weather. Because enjoy myself. Okay, because I enjoy myself. Remember the subject, Paula, I, right? Because I enjoy myself. Yeah, me too. Cool. How about the second question? Is weather a common topic of conversation in your country? Jess?
Yes.
Go ahead. You were about to say something.
Story. So my mum is actually very obsessed with the weather. That she will. Oh, my birds are awake.
Oh, hi, birds. Jess has some pet birds.
In case anyone was wondering. So my mum is so obsessed with the weather, as most British people are. She will send me a text message of the weather in the UK and also the weather in Bologna.
No.
To which I reply, yes, Mum, I am aware. I am here right now.
That is so cute. Adorable. How lovely. Roberto says it is a bad day. It has been raining here for 2 days in Viterbo. It looks like February. Yeah. In Bologna as well, it's raining. Yesterday, it didn't rain during the day. And I put out my sheets to dry, and then it started to rain. So I did laundry a second time this morning. What about Melissa?
Oh, I need to take my washing out of the machine. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. Remember.
So my favorite type of weather is snow, because when it snows, everything seems more peaceful. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I think
it means you can go skiing, which is
true. I think it's nice to look at the snow, but I don't like the cold. It's nice in Los Angeles, like very close to Los Angeles, you can go skiing and generally the sun is shining. So it's nice because it's not cold, right?
When I was born, the moment I was born, after my dad went outside of the hospital because it was a very long birth and he was exhausted, and he stepped outside the hospital and it just started snowing.
That's so sweet.
So queen.
Wow, February. Okay, Roberto says, February, get out of this April, please. Can you use your gold phone and call April and let them know to get February out?
All right. I need to dial the number and hang on.
Yeah.
The number for, can you remember the number for April?
Yeah, it's 88522.
Okay. All right. So
April.
Hey, April. Yeah. What am I asking?
You want April to get February out.
Okay. Could you just kick February out the door, please? Because we want our spring. Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. So April said that we had such a lovely February because April was actually aware that we were going to go into quarantine. So they decided that April and February would swap weather. So
that's clever. All right. Thank you for making the call. Thank you. That was really, really cool. Thank you. Stefania says, my favorite type of weather is the typical, so spelling is with a Y, typical springtime, like me. Sunny and mild temperature, because when I see the sun, I feel happy and positive. Me too. Me too, Stefania. Yeah, so feel F-E-E-S. Can you read this, Jess?
Yes. Where? Which? Jess
Right
has
there. Yeah, Jess has pet birds. Okay, good. And the next one.
In a conversation, usually when it comes to the weather, it's not a good sign. No. Also, yeah, a good point. We
Yeah,
call that.
you run out of conversation topics. You're going, so nice weather today, huh? Yeah, really when it gets awkward.
Yeah.
Fine, yeah. The weather is a topic conversation, is a conversation topic. Adjective noun with my father. Yeah, me too with my mother. My mother is in Los Angeles, so she always says, today is beautiful. Yesterday was beautiful. Every day is beautiful. They say also there's a song that goes, it never rains in Southern California, which is almost true. How about Alessandra?
So I love sunny days, but not hot days. Spring and autumn are sunny days. They are my favorite types of weather.
Yeah, definitely. Agreed. Paula says, commonly I talk about the weather with my family or colleagues. Nice.
Good. I've listened to a lot of people not spoke, but speak about the weather here in Italy. I think it's a common topic. Yeah, it's a common topic there.
Weather is a very boring topic for me. So without the subject, right? Weather is, because weather is the subject of your sentence. Yeah. I don't know. I think it depends. Don't bully April. Remember, with imperative, you're going to go directly. You don't need the ing. Don't bully April. Fantastic, Sole. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Madame. I am grateful to you for the call to February.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Awesome, Roberto. I told you, Jess, that those birds are going to be your pets.
You did, and they are. I have a photo of them. They're very cute.
Wow, how cool. What about Paola?
Weather expressions in Italian are red evening, good weather, we hope. I don't know if my translation is right. In Italian, it's okay, translated, red in the evening, a good sky. Yeah, we have the same in English. So it's red sky at night. We say shepherd's delight, which means it's going to be a nice day.
That's really neat.
It's to do with the farmers in England. Red sky at night, it's a shepherd's delight.
Wow, how cool. I'm going to take note of that. Where am I going to put my note? Let me write it to myself real quick. I like that. I didn't know that. Red
Thank
sky,
you, Paola.
shepherd's delight. That's very interesting. Also, Italian, remember, with a capital I, right? When we talk about a language. Yeah, thank you, Paola. Melissa says, I think, with a K, that an interesting thing that in Italy, unlike other countries in the world, is that weather news is provided by the Navy. Interesting. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Is that true? Amazing.
The third question, do you know any weather expressions? Are there any in your language? Roberto says freezing cold is cold dog. That's really funny. Cold dog. Yeah. Can we think of any other ones in English? Weather expression? It's freezing my balls off. You'll like this one.
Yeah, freezing my balls off.
Kind of X-rated, right? Okay, so this is slang, and don't say this to your grandma, but it's pretty funny. It says freezing my balls off. What about Alessandra?
Sunny and rainy. Doesn't during all the time. I don't know what you mean.
I'm not sure either. What do you mean, Alessandra? Sunny and runny doesn't. Oh, maybe she's translating something from an Italian phrase. That's possible.
Oh, yes. I think rainy. Sunny and runny.
Sunny and runny. It rhymes.
Can you try again, Alessandra?
What's that?
Can you try again, Alessandra?
Yeah, try again. I say let's move forward with the sound of this lovely ding.
Moving on. Oh, here we go. You cool cat, Monique.
A cool cat is a jazz musician, for example, right? In jazz terminology, about jazz, someone is a cat. Why? I don't know. But a jazz musician is called a cat. And this has been since the 1950s. If you think of Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, Miles Davis, Sonny Rollins. These are cats, right? Charlie Parker. So a cool cat is a jazz musician. Roberto says, what happened? Well, I played the bell. This is like a Tibetan bell where you can also do this. I wonder, I don't know what the sound is like at home. How do you hear it, Jess?
No, it's good. The sound is good.
Yeah, that was to move to the next slide. Sole has an expression. She tries to translate. When the weather changes, the beast sneezes. Wow.
Oh, cool. I like
It
that.
sounds cool in English.
Yeah, I might put that in my expression.
Yeah. So Jess, can you read through here? Cool cat.
Fantastic. Cool cat. We often use temperature-related words in English to describe other people. What do you think these temperatures mean? Hot, warm, cool, cold, friendly and kind, unfriendly, very attractive, popular, or stylish.
Exactly. The bell of duty. Exactly. Okay, everyone. English time. Here we go and go. This is the bell signifying the time to match these up. So hot, warm, cool, cold. For example, I would say this bell is really cool. It was a present some years ago. I like it. I've been using it for the webinars just because it's a very peaceful sound, you know.
Good. Roberto says, oh, we've had a few. Sole says hot, very attractive. Yes.
Yeah.
If someone is hot, it means they're very attractive.
Would you say Craig David is hot?
Yeah, Craig David is hot.
Awesome. Very attractive. Roberto says cold with unfriendly. Exactly.
Good. Yeah.
Cold, as we said before, cold is distant. It's kind of mean. It's not nice. Like cold, right? As we saw here, being mean, being aloof, being distant, right? Okay, cool, stylish, indeed. So let's reveal hot. What about warm?
Good, Paolo. Warm, friendly, and kind. Well done.
We generally, like from the United States, if we think about Italy, we think of Italians as very warm, loving, friendly, and not cold, right? Warm and friendly. Then we see here cool. What is cool, Jess?
Jess is cool.
That is right. Popular or stylish, right? Jess is indeed cool. Look at that coolness.
Jess is very uncool. Jess help her uncoolness.
Oh, yeah. Jess is in the house. Yeah. Okay. Good, warm with friendly. And the last one then, unfriendly. A cold person, right? Unfriendly. So let us move forward here to the cold shoulder. What is the cold
shoulder? Do you know the song by Adele?
No. Is it a good song?
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, I think you'd love it.
Wow. So everyone, today we have some very good music suggestions. This is the second one. First we had Katy Perry. Now we have Adele, Cold Shoulder.
Cold shoulder.
So what does cold shoulder mean?
If you're giving someone the cold shoulder, if I'm talking to Monique now and then I just give her my shoulder, it means I'm not interested. I'm giving her my cold shoulder. I'm just not interested. I'm being rude.
These are the shoulders. We often carry a lot of tension in our shoulders. And in fact, if you're at home now, we could do a little exercise. Move our shoulders 4 times going back, 4 times going forward.
My neck and shoulders just clicked.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah, so the shoulders are right here, right? So if you give someone the shoulder, if we're doing the webinar now, I'm talking to Jess, and all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, okay, great. So I'm literally giving her my shoulder. I'm not listening to her anymore. So we say to give someone the cold shoulder when you ignore them, right?
Now Jess is sad.
No, I'm back. Yeah. Here, I'll do some harmonica.
Anyway, listen to the song by Adele. It's great.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Very cool. So I'll give you the harmonica intro and then you'll read and then we'll alternate. And then we want you to answer the question. So here we go.
Do you know anyone who has a warm personality, please, in the comments, can you describe them? That was so great.
That was good.
Who do you think is hot and why? Like, this is Mr. So attractive, my heart is melting.
Exactly.
Melting, so hot.
Like, for example, I can tell you all one, Jose Escobedo, a charango player from Chile.
It's very hot.
Wow, he's so hot. He's so hot. Yes, I know. Harmonica, wonderful. Oh, you do? So who? Describe them, Roberto. Okay, then the third one. Wait a second.
Who is the coolest person you know? Why?
Yeah, and then let's go to the last one.
Beautiful. Have you ever been treated coldly by someone? What happened?
Exactly. So we have, thank you, Roberto. I don't know how to play harmonica, but I have fun. Sole says, yes, I know. So someone with a warm personality. One of my closest friends. She wants hugs, kisses, and I'm like, leave me alone. She is open to speak about her problems. Okay, good. Yeah, remember, Sole, when we say one of my, it's always plural. So one of my harmonicas, one of my flowers, one of my crowns, one of my glasses, one of my green highlighters, right? So one of my closest friends. One of my closest friends, plural. Thank you, Sole. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. So one of my closest friends. What about Roberto?
One of the things I missed most is hearing classical music at the conservatory.
Do you go to the conservatory, Roberto, or do you teach at the conservatory? Yeah, exactly. Speaking about my warm friend. So maybe Roberto knows Prokofiev. But for example, Ravel, do you like Ravel? Maurice Ravel?
Are you asking me or Ravel?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Ah.
She's like la-di-da.
I was like, yes.
Here's a suggestion for you to listen to Maurice Ravel Bolero.
Okay.
Oh
yeah, of course.
Oh, it's beautiful. Stefania says, yes, a friend of mine is warm. She's always kind and happy. You know her. She's a student. She's Rafaela. Yeah, we do know her. She's delightful.
Yeah, we love Rafaela.
Give her a big hi hello from us. So sweet. Yes, I propose a harmonica lesson. Roberto, good idea. I accept. Yes, I do not know how to play. This was a present 2 years ago, and I never used it until the quarantine. I just like, what do I do with the harmonica? Anyway, so what else? We see. Who do you think is hot and why? Who is the coolest person you know? And have you ever been treated coldly by someone? Jess, have you ever been treated coldly by someone? I want you to say no, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. This is my small violin playing for me.
Exactly, a tiny little violin. Yeah. See, I wonder, hot, right? When you think someone's hot, it can be subjective, right? Because, for example, I think Jose Escobedo in Chile is hot. I don't know if you would think he's hot. I don't know if you're like, if you find like that kind of like, he's very connected to nature and to like good vibes. And he wrote me a message yesterday, was like, yeah, we're all made of light and energy. And I wrote him back. I'm like, yeah, the sharing is, since we're all made of light, we're always sharing everything anyways. It's like,
that person sounds more cool and less hot, more cool.
Yeah, he's cool. No, but so hot usually is physical, right? Like you look at the person.
Hot
He's
is very
cool and hot. He's cool and hot. Let's see. Sole says, I think Jennifer Aniston or Leonardo DiCaprio because they are charismatic and intelligent. Interesting. So hot usually is physical and not so much anything else, right? There's a phrase called airhead. I don't know if you say it in the UK, but
No, we don't.
whose head is full of air. I think the character Phoebe would be a description of that from Friends, right?
Yeah.
Airhead. You think of the typical, like the image of a blonde American cheerleader or something like, right? Airhead. But I mean, it could also be like, like a Japanese scientist. Unlikely, but just to have some diversity. Let's see, what about Paola?
Yes, I know. She has a friendly appearance. She is kind and educated in her expressions. Nice.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love Paola's second comment. My French teacher is a hot Italian man.
Oh, very nice. That's awesome, Paola. Congratulations.
Good for you.
Yeah, French men, generally quite attractive.
Did I say hot Italian man? I don't know why I said that. My French teacher.
My French teacher is a hot Italian man. It's possible.
Right? I'm just thinking about Italian.
So careful here, Paola. Educated, you would say well educated.
Well
educated or respectful, right? Respectful. Remember, it's a false friend with English.
Mm-hmm.
Educated means has an education. Respectful means kind, loving. Good. So what about Melissa?
Paola, could you introduce him? Yeah, Paola, introduce your French man to us.
Exactly. Bring him to school. Yeah. What about Melissa?
Yes, I think that hot refers mostly to physical image. So, for example, Zac Efron is very attractive.
Yeah, so you would say he's hot. And you usually say it with an emphasis, right? He's hot. Try it at home. He's hot.
Cara Delevingne is hot.
Who is?
Cara Delevingne.
I don't know who that person is.
Like the very, very famous model. You must know. She's got incredible eyebrows. Cara. I have no idea how you spell it.
Cara Adinda.
Cara.
Some of you know how to spell it? Oh, great. I got the president of Thailand or something.
Okay, it's Delevingne.
Oh, okay. Delevingne. Cara Delevingne?
Cara Delevingne.
Oh, interesting. I guess I know. Oh, yeah, with a C. Of course. I think they're non-binary too, if I'm not mistaken. That's cool. I don't want to mistake Miss Roberto's comment. My friend is always kind and smiling. They make you feel comfortable in all circumstances.
Good sense to have.
Okay, that's wonderful. Hey, Sole says, one of my friends that lives in Los Angeles because she is so talented and she can do a lot of things. Maybe it's my mom. Maybe my mom is your friend. She lives in Los Angeles. So here's the name, Cara Delevingne. Of course, very cool. There's a request.
Paola, could you introduce him?
Paola, if you're reading this, yeah, Stefania would like to know your French teacher. Yeah, in fact,
there's a high demand.
What's that, Jess?
There's a high demand for French men, apparently.
Yeah, all of a sudden, we all start studying French. just like that. All of a sudden, we really want to learn French. So, okay, lovely, everyone. So, good, wonderful job. What about the last question? Have you ever been treated coldly? Remember, coldly is treated in a mean way.
Monique, have you ever been treated coldly?
Heck, yeah, right? I definitely have been treated coldly. Luckily, not recently. Granted, because I haven't seen anybody recently. But I have been treated coldly. Sometimes, let's see, what can I remember a recent time I was treated coldly by someone? Let's see here. I'm thinking maybe the French teacher, I suppose. The French teacher would treat you coldly? Could be. It's actually hard to kind of point a finger, maybe at the market. Let's say I'm in the line and everything takes a long time. And maybe the person working at the market, that's the checkout person, maybe would treat me coldly because they're very busy and very tired. Sometimes people can treat other people coldly because of being tired, not because they're mean or anything, but
yeah, I'm sure sometimes maybe I could come across like I'm being cold to someone, but I'm not really. Maybe I'm just tired or not.
yeah. I mean, for me, sometimes, yeah, in the mornings at Myes, I'm not the most friendly of people. I consider myself a friendly person, but something about like 9 a.m. class,
It's difficult. It's
for
very
me, that the 10 minutes before is like precious time for me to like get in and get ready to teach. You know what I mean? So maybe you come in and you go, "Hey, Monique," and I'm like, "Hello."
Yeah, it's true. You always do that. You're like, good morning.
But it's not intentional. It's not intentional. It's just something about like starting first thing in the morning. I require like a buffer zone of any human being. Like I just like go get zen. And then like when it's 9 a.m., I'm like, all right, here we go. Hi everyone, and smiling and stuff. It's really curious.
Yeah.
Sole says, not in a mean way, just a distance way. I don't know what she's referring to. Oh, I'm the coldest person, so that doesn't work with me. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, not in a, exactly, Sole. Sometimes it's not being mean. Like if I see Jess at 9 a, or 8:55 at school, it's not being mean. It's just exactly like space, right? What
I
about
like when I wake up, if I wake up in the morning and I've had a good sleep and I feel rested, I can love the mornings. I have my coffee, I'm like feeling good for the day, but this is rare. Usually I wake up and I don't feel so good.
Oh, really? For me, it totally depends.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa says, unfortunately, yes, I think, again, remember Melissa with a K, I think because I'm shy and I'm not able to answer firmly. So you've been treated? Remember the question is, have you ever been treated? To treat can be for medical things. So you could treat someone for a bloody thumb and put a Band-Aid. Or to treat means, what would you describe? To treat. Is to act towards. So I treat Jess nicely because I think she's a lovely person. I treat my brother kindly. I treat my friends with respect. Okay. So careful of how the question is worded, right? Have you received someone's mean treatment, someone being mean? How about Stefania?
Yes, I have. It happened in a job interview some years ago. The job interviewer was very unpleasant, but at the end I got the job. Oh, well.
Interesting. Yeah, I think sometimes with job interviews, they're intentionally cold, right? They intentionally kind of like put us to the test. That's interesting. Congratulations, Stefania, on the job. Roberto says, an example should be or could be, the professor at the last exam treated me coldly. He said, come back in September. Good example. Good example. No worries, Melissa, not at all. So shall we move forward? If you have any questions, you can always ask us questions about the meanings, about anything. Let us look at a ray of sunshine. Like we see behind, well, sort of behind Jess's head, there's a ray of sunshine. This is when you see the beautiful lines in the sky. I love when you see rays of sunshine.
Yeah, me too.
So Jess, can you read the top part and the left column?
Yes. These expressions are all types of feelings. What do you think they mean? To be on cloud nine, to be under the weather, to feel right as rain. Another Adele song.
Oh, really? Well, Adele is like the queen of idioms.
She's the queen of weather idioms.
Yeah.
Right as rain. Anyway, to be in a fog, to be three sheets to the wind.
Do you use three sheets to the wind?
Never.
No, nor have I. I don't know why it's so popular in Myes.
I don't know either because
exactly could be. Exactly, could be. And then Adele, right as rain. So we want to match these. So the right-hand column says to feel well, to be extremely happy, meaning very, very happy. To be confused or disoriented, when you lose your sense of orientation, you're like, where is north? Where is south? Where am I? Who am I? To feel sick, to be very drunk.
How do you say disorientate? What do you say?
Which one?
Disorient.
Disoriented. How do you say it?
I don't know because I can't think now, but I say it not like you say it.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe you say disoriented or disoriented.
Yeah, my emphasis is on disoriented.
Yeah, your emphasis is on the O, disoriented. But mine is too, disoriented.
Disoriented.
It's just yours sounds prettier.
I think yours sounds prettier.
Oh, how interesting. Yeah. If I tried to say yours, it would be disoriented. Disoriented.
Disoriented. Anyway.
I say disoriented. Anyways.
I'm learning so much about the American accent through these webinars.
As have I, the English accent. Quite interesting. Thank you. Roberta suggests in a fog with to be confused. Yes, good.
To be on cloud 9, to be extremely happy.
Very it's so sweet, huh? To be on cloud 9. I love that expression. It's just delightful.
I rarely say it. I rarely use that expression. So if I say I'm on cloud 9, then you know that I'm so happy.
Yeah, remember, exactly. Extremely is very, very, very. Number 2, yes. To feel sick. Okay. To be under the weather. To feel sick. Good. Thank you, Roberto. Says bless you. Thank you very, very much. Number 3. So let's see if everyone's right. I do think so. I will get my harmonica. We have.
Yeah, but what about the last one?
Ooh, let's get there. To be on cloud 9. To be under the weather. To feel as right as rain. To be in a fog.
Good.
We have the last one. Ooh, good one, Roberto. Under a train. Yes. Okay. It's not a idiom related to sunshine, but it's an excellent idiom. To feel under a train. Yeah. Okay. We have to be very drunk. So we have about 4 minutes left, everyone. 4 minutes. We want you to use these in examples. What is a fog? Can you describe fog?
A fog. Bologna, the space, where is it between? I think it's between Bologna and Modena, or Bologna and Ferrara, where it's like very foggy. Whenever I've driven through there, it's just been fog.
Yeah. I think you could say something like condensed air, where it's very difficult to see and drive through. Typical example is Veneto region, right?
Yeah.
I spent a little bit of time in the Veneto region. So for example, around Schio, around Verona, around Vicenza, around even, you know what, even between like Padua and Ferrara, sometimes there's so much fog. It's so foggy that you have no visibility.
I do find fog very exciting though as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Foggy Bottom, is that a place in London, Foggy Bottom? Because in Washington, D.C., there's a metro stop called Foggy Bottom. When my brother studied, he studied at George Washington University in Washington, D.C., and we had to get off at the stop called Foggy Bottom. I always thought that was very funny.
No, there's no Foggy Bottom in London.
Okay. In Emilia, there is always fog, or there is ever the fog. No, there is
hardly ever. I'm not sure.
Or it's always foggy. It's never foggy. There is always fog. In Milan too. Okay. Always. Yeah, Melissa says Milan. Stefania says the area called Bassa is always foggy. Interesting. Yeah. The last trip I made to Turin was terrible. So sorry to hear that. So are all of these expressions clear? Again, some of them are more common than others, right? To be on cloud 9, very popular, right? You can also say seventh heaven, right? And there's a song, a jazz song called 7 Steps to Heaven. Do you know that song?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Another suggestion. We recommend you all, you can watch this again to get these music suggestions, and then you can listen to new music and cool music all day long, right? He says, I have not seen anything from Modena to Turin for the fog. How do you mean, Roberto? You've never seen fog between these two cities? Or maybe you've never seen anything so bad as the fog there. Interesting.
Yeah.
So again, the ones we use commonly: to be in a fog, very common, right? I can't see clearly, I'm confused.
In the fog.
We use 3 sheets to the wind a bit less commonly. And to be feel as right in rain, not as much, but to be under the weather, very, very common.
Very common.
To be under the weather. Yeah, so in preparing our final salutes and our final thank yous, remember the Myes SOS Facebook group. You've all been wonderful, by the way. You have been fabulous. Oh, he means, well, traveling by car, sure. Remember, there is the Myes SOS Facebook group. If you have any questions, any time of day, if you wake up at 3 a.m., you can go there and ask your question. Or if you want to converse or discuss. You have been fabulous, fantastic.
Thank you for participation.
Delightful. Here is a lovely flower for you all. Thank you. We look forward to our next one. Thank you for the hearts. Hearts to all of you. Have a nice lunch and have good, Roberto. Have a
good
day. Exactly. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.